And the bigger thing that supersedes his musical ability is his leadership ability. And I'm talking, of course, about none other than the incomparable, the great, the respectable, the resounding, resilient, strong, regal, magnificent, honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Born Louis Eugene Walcott. I'm not going to go into just every single thing that got on him as wiki because I don't even like how it starts out. Because they got like phrases like anti-Semitic and hate-filled and all that. But, when I started this thing, for him to be my very first guest. I never did it because I didn't feel the need to, because it's just like, it should be a given. If you're black in America, especially if you're in America, it should just be a given. Many people have many opinions on him. Most of them in the black community don't have a lot of good things to say about him. But what you cannot say is that he hasn't gotten results in the black community. You cannot say he has not transformed the lives of millions of black men and black women in America. You cannot say that he has inspired millions of black men and women in America time and time and time and time and time again. What you cannot say is he's never defended anybody black. He's used his voice to defend all black people, all black entertainers more than one occasion. When people counted them out, turned their back on them, he stepped up and defended them. He even defended black people like O.J. Simpson, somebody like people that turned their back on the black community, he defended. And so that's the reason why he's getting the spotlight. He's more than worthy of all the honor and the praise. He's picked up right where Elijah Muhammad left off, right where Malcolm X left off. He picked it up. He's been the thriving instrumental force in defusing volatile situations. He's the one that single-handedly ended this silly East Coast, West Coast beef. He got all the East Coast and West Coast rappers, having an understanding that was just having ill will and could have just really been more volatile than what it was at the time. He's molded and changed so many young people when it was down the road to ruin, when they gave up on life and they gave up on themselves and didn't see, no redeeming qualities in the mirror, because that's the way the media sets it up to do. That's why I'm doing this podcast, is because, these distorted images, the media keeps on perpetuating these negative black stereotypes, and that wreaks havoc on your subconscious, that'll break you down and make you feel like you're not worth anything. he's been, the single most effective black leader that we've had since the 1960s. There hasn't been one. And not to be disrespectful to any Christian leaders, not to be disrespectful to anybody, Hebrew Israelite, Guys and Herbs, whatever organization, that you represent or believe in, when you set it, compare it to him, there's been no other person more effective and detrimental to cultivating and nurturing a black person's self-worth. So yeah, I just want to give him, his respect. I think I actually saw him one time in life when he came to my neck of the woods. I went to one of his speeches. I believe it was in 96 or 97. Very impactful, very powerful speaker. And, he's one of the few individuals that says what he means and means what he says and, doesn't flip-flop positions. Doesn't back down from his stance, but yet humble enough to admit when he is wrong, or, could I've said it a better way. So while I don't agree with every teeny tiny one of his teachings, I'm pretty sure he even got some pupils that don't agree with every teeny tiny one of his teachings or sayings and be like, no, I don't agree with that, as you should, because if you agree with everything somebody says, then you're probably not an authentic human being. But outside of that, he's been a very influential, powerful, leader, He's given people so much pride and something to believe in and something to look forward to. And, discover hidden talents and abilities that they didn't know they had because they gave up on themselves a long time ago. I can just go on and on and on for like years talking about all the stuff he's done, but I think it's a fair assessment. He's like one of the most resilient, impactful leaders we've ever had. So, for the people that don't agree, we're just going to have to agree to disagree for their own reasons. Everybody there's always somebody that don't like somebody, but one thing you can't say is it didn't make a difference. He has made a difference. As a people, we got so far to go, but from where we was at, before he came into power as a leader, I don't even think we would be here at this stage we're at had he never stepped up and become a leader, took up the mantle. I don't even think we would be at this stage of it had it not been for him. So yeah, he deserves all the honor, the glory, and the praise. Definite role model, definite intellect. I'm kind of speechless. I don't know what else to really say. Other than go check out his message he got for the people on the 27th, called the Swan Song. So this Sunday at the 27th, he's doing a message called the Swan Song. So everybody knows what the swan represents. I don't want to speculate because I don't want to deliver false information on my platform, but if he is stepping down, if this is his final lesson he has for us, I'm happy because he's already given us so much. It's like he deserves to step down. If he's stepping down, he deserves to. Because, he's almost like 100 years old. At this stage, we shouldn't even need him to step up in front of a camera and say something for us and speak for us. We should already be uniting and getting on one accord and, making a difference where we can make a difference. We should have been on that. We should have been on that like 10, 15, 20 years ago. Like, he's a man of God. He's not an entertainer. Like, we sit up there and really have neglected him as a leader, expecting him to fight all our battles. Like, we got to figure out something for ourselves. But, yeah, out of all our leaders, he's the only one that hasn't been backed into a corner. He's the only one that ain't had dirty laundry pop up out the hamper. So, yeah. Alrighty then. Let's give it up for the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. So like I said, I didn't have a speaking point, and I'm just at 40 minutes. I'm doing really good at keeping this thing under an hour today. Well, yeah, I guess I can talk about something. I want to just say, don't let somebody else determine your path. Like, don't let somebody else determine what is success, because they're on the outside looking in on your life. And, a lot of people do that in all walks of life, but especially in religious people. They want to sit up there and try to, quick to say, this ain't right, that's not right, this doesn't align up with this verse and that verse, and this is not in accordance with God's will and da-da-da-da-da. But then when you put the light up on them and look at their life, then it says, oh, well, don't judge me. But you just got through judging me, though. See what I'm saying? So, we can do that back and forth all day long. At the end of the day, you have to walk your path. At the end of the day, you might have to walk your path alone with no support systems. Like somebody, they're not going to understand your vision. They're not going to understand your journey. They're not going to understand what you have to go through. But just because it doesn't make sense to you doesn't mean it doesn't make sense at all. We only got one life to live. We got to max it out while we're on this physical plane, because we don't never know what time we're going to go. But when we go,